Okay, well, I got about, I don't know, 5,000 or 6,000 miles on this engine since I put a remanufactured set of fuel injectors in it, new set of spark plugs, new set of plug wires, and I have now a P0302 and a P0304 code, which I have no idea why. So first thing I'm going to do is pull the plugs for those cylinders, and you know, I think I'm going to have to get to the inside. This is a 4.6 liter V8 and the cylinders are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's the back two on that side. I believe going in through the back is going to be the way to do it. Yes indeedy. So I got one of these ultra cool consoles. This is a conversion van, Sherrod conversion van, which came with a little top to that. It's only about that big, pretty much useless, has nowhere to put anything. This one's cool. Cup holders, great gigantic bin there, another bin down there. If you want to travel, boy, you got to have one of these. It's ridiculous, that little thing they had in there. So this comes up by picking it up. Three little pins there. So this has got to get out of the way. Luckily, it's pretty easy to maneuver around. Tricky part is going to be getting this engine hatch. So I'm just going to twist it around anyway. So the engine hatch, in case you didn't know, you drop these over, twist them, it comes off the pin there. Right, somewhere. There's another latch up here. You pull back there, it comes off. Then I pull it. It goes up in the front and comes out. Pulls out. Yeah, look at that one again. Another one on the other side. And of course down here too. Okay, it pulls out away from the bottom. I guess it makes sense to get the big mats out of the way. Alright. That one too. So at this point, you should be able to just get a hold of this thing somewhere. Shake it a little bit, and as long as it's unlatched, I'm just going to pull that too. Okay, well, tell you what, let me pull that too. This trim piece just pulls out. Like so. Did anything fall out of there? Got all my pins, it looks like. So it comes out like that. Somewhere in there. I'm gonna have to take it apart from the front just so I can see where I'm going. Look in from there so I can look back here and see what's happening. Lots of fun. Alright, let me get through that. Come up here and pull this puppy out of here, which means popping that. Popping that out. One hand's always fun. As you can see, you can't see. Okay, so there's the fuel injectors. These have 2 coil packs Most of the videos on these codes have to do with changing the individual coil packs on top of each cylinder, but no such luck. And 3 and 4 are on different coils, so I'm hoping it's just a spark plug issue. I might have to get some light. I gotta follow my plug wires. I can't see a thing in there, so I gotta get some light in there. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna keep my hopes up. Look at the bright side. Here's number 4. And number 3 is right in there. So I'm gonna grab a socket, and if I can find my flippy floppy headed ratchet and a short extension, I hope to be able to pop that sucker out of there. With any luck, it's gonna be some weird plug issue, and that'll be all there is to it. I said I've already done the fuel injectors, plugs and plug wires. Just, it doesn't make any sense, but whatever. This is what we're dealing with. I love my maggot. So I was able to use this. It's a 5/8 deep socket. I don't know, my regular plug one that has the rubber thingy on it, and I squeezed it through here in order to get up in there. Put my floppy headed ratchet on it, got it loosened up, popped the ratchet back off it using a big screwdriver, and then I reached into the top. I had to move my light over there, and there's my spark plug. But it really doesn't look really good. Looking at the end of the plug wire, a little rusty looking. That's kind of weird. It's me. I don't think that's the anti-seize stuff, but it is a possibility, because I've got boot grease on them. I'll have to see what that looks like. But let me get that plug if I can. A little peanut plug, and then I'll have a look at that. So it's pretty weird. It's like rust. Must be the stuff though, because it popped off real easy. I'm about to get a thumbnail on that. See if that's a crack. Look itself doesn't look too bad. It's only got 5,000 or 6,000 miles. Let me get my glove off here. Hold on a second. Kind of hoping for that, because that would be can't really tell. I don't think so though. You can't really tell. Plugs are cheap though. So there's a lot of gunk in those threads. But plug, not too bad looking. Well, let me pull the other one in front of it and see what it looks like. I may just grab a couple of plugs, and that way I'll eliminate the plugs as an issue. Let me pull the other one and see. Well, yeah, the boot grease is clear. I just looked at it, but this is number 3 here, and it's pretty much looking the same as number 4 was. I guess it's weird. Look. Alright. Oh, I love this so much. I wish I could tell you there was an easy way to do this, but I don't know if you can see. I've got a ratchet sitting here. I put that extension deal. I had to reach in over the top here, drop it in there, push it down, push this ratchet on top of it. I got my left arm stuck up under here, but you know what happens. I think that's blood. Pain. Hands are fun. Anyway, so I got one arm in there. I got another arm under here. I'm reaching in behind it, trying to hold that down and get that out, and it's being a pain in the butt. It's coming out really slow. But I'll get that loose, and then I'm gonna have to stick my maggot in there again and pull that sucker up. And it's kind of where we're at. Just checking in because I just forgot to come out and bleed a little while. Okay, bleeding's over. Bleeding break's over. Okay, so since there's blood all over this, I gotta assume that's where I'm jamming my arm into. So do yourself a favor and get you some pliers or something on there and twist that little sucker over somewhere out of the way. That's not quite right. I'll get it straightened out, but I'm going to push it over there so I'm not jamming up into it anymore. Okay, well, here's the other plug. Yeah, a piece of tape or something wrapped around here is probably something I used to put it in there with. I'm not sure why that is. Got these same marks, but I think that's just where the boot's holding it. Even though even if that's cracked, I mean that thing's, the boot's right over that, so they would have a hard time shorting out to the side. I'm going to take that plug with me and have a look at the new ones. If the new ones are significantly different, I guess I'm just going to put a set of new plugs in there. Oh, that sounds like fun. Oh well. The thing to do if I had easy access, I'd just swap these plugs around with a couple other ones and see if it follows. The problem follows that, but there ain't nothing easy about doing this, so I really don't want to do it more than once. I put new plugs in it. I don't know it has new plugs in it, and I'll have to pursue something else. Alright, well, I guess that's what I'm ready to do, is go find some other plugs and see how those look. I don't see anything going on funky in there other than that. Alright, got me a set of new Autolite Platinum plugs. What should be the gap? Let's see. Well, the easy way to find that out is up here you got an emission decal, which will tell you right down there. That wasn't good. Will it focus? There we go. 52 to 56,000. There's your engine. I suppose it could be this. No, I don't know what the heck that is. It's not going to be a serial number because it's just a decal. Anyway, let's go see what the new plugs are. So you got your old field gauge, put a couple together. 27, 28, that's what, 55,000. 52 to 56. Put those two together. You should always check your new plugs just in case. Well, that won't quite go in there. So, let's drop it. That's what, 55, 54. $25 and $26. $51 should go in there. Alright. It should be 51. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. It's right about there. Just for the heck of it. What's the old plug? Does it make any difference? Did they wear it all? Nope. Old plugs are just the same. Basically the same as the new plugs. Don't have enough time on them to wear out. So, well, we'll see what happens. We'll put a couple plugs in it and see if it makes any difference. Oh, unless I forget. Full anti-seize. If there's much in this tube or not. I got a whole big thing of it. Just put a little bit on there. So the plugs will come out the next time. As I run that in, it's going to run it through the whole thread, so it should be fine. Put my gloves back on, I'll make a mess. And then I'm going to do a little bombs away. I'm going to put this over the top in there and stick it down in the hole and then just move sideways and it'll drop the plug in there. Nothing easy about this. I'm able to reach in there. Where is it? There it is. And I got a hold of the top of that extension. You want to make sure that sucker goes in by hand. Turn it in by hand. Okay, you want to make sure those plugs are going in the threads and don't get cross threaded. So don't just stick it in there and put a ratchet on and start cranking. So mine's gone in there and now it's tightened up. So now I'm going to stick a ratchet. Somehow. My warpy head ratchet will go on there. Now tightened up. And the other one, of course, I'm using a regular ratchet on the other one, reaching in from the front. So that's the basic principle. Yeah, good idea is to throw some grease on the boots. I just put it on this little Allen wrench and smear it around in there so that it'll come off easy like these did. And you can kind of menander it in there and you can push down on the boot. So there's that boot. Next one up is number 3 and do that one from the other side. Rinse, repeat. Alright, well, I'm erasing the codes. Am I sure? Yep. Zero codes remain. Okay, so let's fire this thing up and see what happens. Well, at least it runs, huh? That's something. Give it a little bit to warm up, then we'll do a little revving. I might not be able to tell until I drive it, so we'll see what happens. I'm not real enthusiastic about what I did working because I really didn't find anything, so I guess I don't have any glare. There it is, man. I don't do it without any glare. Yeah. No codes found. Are you sure you want to erase? Diagnostic results and codes. Well, yeah, I did. I did that already. Alright, stand by. That's funny, couldn't read them. Let's try and erase the codes again. What a goon. So far so good, no codes. Alright, now I have to drive it to tell. See what happens. So far so good.